Welcome back to another episode of Devil Alchemist Daily on the Sofa Prosperity Network, where we align with well-being, bro. Today, episode 13, bro, we about to tap into the chakras, our energy centers, break it open to the wisdom, to a lot of wisdom, inner wisdom, bro. That's really what I've been on this whole 2026, bro. It's February, new month, bro. We in February already, moving fast, bro. So, chapter 4, we're going to break down chapter 4 for Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. That's what we still on that, bro. We're going to be on this pretty much probably for a little bit of this month. I'm going to try to get through this whole book this week so we can get into a new book and then get into some other things as well. But let's decode these energy centers. Chakras got it tatted on me right here. Y'all can see, bro, it's tatted on me. You feel me? The chakra centers, bro, and what they are, these energy centers, bro. But first thing first, what are chakras, bro? Chakras are our energy centers. It's within our body, bro. Each center, it governs physical organs, our emotions and states of beings. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and talk about what are the 8 energy centers. What are the chakras, bro? Each one holds a frequency plus intent, moving us from survival in our lower chakra, the root chakra, and moving to creation in our higher chakra to our crown chakra. It's a good move. You seen the episode of Avatar when he was breaking through the chakras and like he had to let go. He was breaking them down. We're gonna break the same shit down basically in this video. I actually dropped it on my Instagram and on my TikTok if y'all follow those. But the first thing first, what he was talking about in the book was the root chakra, bro. The root chakra is our lowest chakra, our lowest form, and that deals with survival, bro. Our sex organs, it's our our when we feeling our safe, it's our safety, our tribe, our identity, our procreation, bro. And when it's blocked, bro, we're in fear, bro. We feel this energy, like we feel like you know not confident in a sense, like you're not confident, you fearful. The lowest vibrations, the low vibration, bro. I'm gonna put a picture up actually. Let's get that picture right here, bro. It's a picture of that shit. It's like talking about the lowest vibration. The lowest vibration is sexual depravity, like being deprived from having sex, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sexual addiction, sexual anxiety, sexual confusion, pain, trauma from molestation, getting molested. All those type of things can block us from going to higher levels within our body and to going into higher chakras, bro. I'm reading this shit straight off the book, bro. Like, just take pictures. I take pictures and I kind of just break it down. But this is how our energy gets stuck, bro. When we living in guilt, shame, pain, unworthiness, lack, victimization, we blame other people, bro. That's how our sacral chakra, our second chakra, creation, that deals with creation, bro. Reproductive system, our lower digestive system. You know what I'm saying? So it deals with pleasure or flow, our sexuality, bro. You know what I'm saying? When balanced, creativity moves freely, bro. But when imbalanced, we're not moving freely when our sacral chakra is imbalanced, bro. And then our solar plexus chakra, bro. Our solar plexus chakra, got this shit tattooed. This shit crazy. Solar plexus, it deals with our willpower, bro. The organs it identifies with is our stomach, our liver. You know what I'm saying? The themes of it is control, self-esteem, personal power, how we see ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Our self-identity in a sense. When it's in stress, you know what I'm saying? You just have to realize that when it's blocked, bro, you're gonna be like, in a sense, you're not gonna be feeling like yourself. You're already gonna be in a lower vibration. It's talking about in the book ways to block this shit, like being in competition, our ego, being impatient, wanting to have control of everything. You know what I'm saying? That's when we can block, bro. But once you get out of them first 3, those are the hardest 3 centers to get out of. Our first 3 chakras, bro. Our first 3 chakras are the hardest. Most people are still in their root chakra. They're still in survival mode. You feel me? Most people are still in there. They can't even get past that shit because they're not even dealing with their sexual energy, right? That's one thing that we have to deal with as men and women, especially as men. Don't speak to the man because I'm a man, bro. We have to deal with our sexual energy and controlling that shit and not just having one to fuck everything. That's how we stay stuck in our lower. That's the easiest way that most people stay stuck in our lower chakra. We drinking all the time, not working out, we not taking care of ourselves, we not even able to trust in our gut. You feel me? If you know what I'm saying, if your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus is blocked, but you're not gonna be able to create. You feel me? You're not gonna be able to elevate. But once you get out of those first 3 chakras, you get into your heart chakra, love, that deals with love, bro. Our heart, our lungs, you feel me? The compassion, gratitude, the connection, bro. The loving others. From turning turning from turning selfish to selfless, like being able to love everybody, you know what I'm saying, dealing with everybody, and those type of things, just being able to, that's when we start connecting with God, in a sense. Like, we start connecting with the love of the universe, because those are the higher vibrations of reality. You feel me? Our higher vibrations, when you start going raising up. They actually don't got a picture of that, but like some vibrations that is just like love, feeling good, wanting to help others, wanting to love others, wanting to see the best for others, standing up. And then once you start getting that connection from love, it's gonna start having you speaking your truth, and that's gonna get into our fifth chakra, the throat chakra, bro. Our throat chakra, bro. Our throat chakra. Our throat chakra deals with our expression, bro. Our thyroid, our vocal cords. You know, it's about speaking truth, the communication, how we communicate ourselves, bro. When we're balanced, bro, our voice is gonna be empowered, bro. We're gonna be speaking truth. We're gonna be speaking how we feel. You see how I just speak truly on my platforms? I just gotta speak truth. Like, these are platforms for me to speak truth, and that's one thing that I could say I went through. Like, I was going into my throat chakra. Nigga, I can't speak no lies. I speak no truth. I can't agree with the BS. I have to stand up when people are getting killed. When things are happening. When they're telling us lies on the news. You have to tell the truth. You have to see through this shit, and that's where, you start speaking your truth. Your voice becomes, your power, in a sense, because you speak truth. Our tongue is one of the most powerful things, bro. Like, what you speak is what you create, in a sense, bro. You have to realize that shit. But once you start getting to the throat chakra, bro, the chakra after that is our third eye chakra, our third eye, and it deals with our vision. In the book he was talking about that. He says that he calls it the third eye, his real eye, the first eye. You feel me? The eye that sees all. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You ever see the third eye on the back of the dollar bill, bro? Stop looking at shit like they demonize shit. Stop looking at shit that they demonize, because they're gonna use this shit. I'm not gonna say they're gonna use it. It's just knowledge of self. The pineal gland deals with, the pineal gland and things like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's our intuition, our insight, it's higher perception, it's our connection to the five. These are connection to God, it's our connection to the limitless realities out there that we can create. Our third eye chakra, bro. When you open your third eye, it's like once you start opening put the magic glasses on, you can't stop seeing this shit. And you never go back. Even when you go back, you go eventually gonna come back to where you were, because you have to. Once you get the knowledge, it's like, bro, there's no way you can like lose this shit. It's like, you already know, bro. It releases the neuromelanin for, you know what I'm saying? It's light plus energy, bro. It reads light plus energy. Like, that's what he was talking about in the book. But like, he was talking about melatonin in the book for, but for us, bro, our skin, bro, we know who we are, neuromelanin, bro. Like, we produce DMT and shit. Like, the shit we produce this shit within our body, but we can heal our body. So much knowledge in this book, bro. But the crown chakra is the next chakra, bro, and this is divinity, bro. It deals with our divinity, bro. Our pituitary gland. You know what I'm saying? The unity, the wisdom, the spiritual awareness. The harmony across, our entire, nervous system. Our when we're out of control, bro. You feel me? Like, just dealing with the crown chakra. I want to get to the crown chakra and stay there, bro. That's my level of just being. I want to get beyond this shit. You feel me? Because he was actually talking about, in the book, he was talking about eighth chakra, talking about the cosmic Ka, the beyond the body. Beyond the body. Like, Ka, what they called it, the ancient Egyptians, ancient Kemetic people called it, bro. And he was talking about it's located 16 inches above the head, bro. And it's like it helps us receive downloads, higher intelligence, quantum memory. Because you gotta remember, we are not our body. We are beyond this. We live in a 3D holographic universe. We are beyond our body. This is just 3D. This is just physical. This is physical shit. You feel me? This is the worst. It's the lowest form of physical, bro. Like, the shit is like particles and energy around us, but we can't even see it's going around. It, it's just life. It's beyond us. It's just science. Look bad, but this is our link to the field beyond. This form, this 3D physical form. But that's really just talking about the eight chakras. He was talking about that a lot in the book, bro. But let's go ahead and get back into. He was talking about particle waves and particle mode and wave mode, bro. And he was talking about when we're in stress, bro, our brain is in particle mode, a narrow, matter focus, focus on shit like this, bro. Focus on the physical shit, not focus on the spiritual. But in meditation, our brain equals wave mode. And he was talking about that it opens up and our energy is energy focused. It's more focused on the beyond these our senses, beyond the senses. We feeling senses in a whole different reality when you close your eyes. That's a whole different level of reality that um we're not really taught to tap into. You feel me? It shifts us from something to nothing. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can make nothing into something for real within our own mind. Close our eyes. If you're able to visualize and imagination, you have to have your imagination still. Start breathing, and a good meditation I read in the book, bro, that I've been doing a lot. Like, ever since I read this shit, was you gotta breathe. I want everybody just to do this one time with me, bro. Just breathe. Focus on your third eye. Focus on your third eye. Focus on this crown chakra, your third eye, and I want you to take a deep breath and let it go up with it. Make sure that you focus and visualize it going up within your spine, going up to your third eye, and hold it and just feel it. And do that shit a couple times a day. Let's do that shit real quick though. 2 more. Last one. Start doing that shit whenever you feel mad. There's in a stress or anything. Start doing that just to release that negative energy. Remember that you're nothing. That everything outside of yourself is a creation within your mind. You know what I'm saying? And how you react creates your reality, bro. And it can get you back into a spiral, bro. I was listening to Neri talking about the spiral. Even the Kanye West, you remind me of that, like the spiral, like just people that egg you on, let you get into these mindsets. You have to have people that check you as soon as you doing BS, bro. But let's go ahead and get into ad break real quick. Your next breakthrough might be one book away. I've partnered with Amazon to create an influencer storefront with all self-improvement books that help me reprogram my mind, and they can help you change how you think, move, and see this reality. All of these books and many more help me reprogram my mindset and help me make this content that I make for y'all weekly. It helped me become way more aware and align wealth with well-being. Click the link so you can reprogram your mind and create your dream reality. Love you guys. Let's get back to the video. We back, y'all. But let's go and get into, the blessing of. Let's talk about what we want to talk about last, bro. What else do we want to talk about? Let's talk about the creative energy and our creative energy equals conscious evolution, bro. Energy flows upward when we're no longer just surviving. And we talking about earlier was about the surviving is our lowest chakra, our root chakra, the chakra that keeps us in fear. You know what I'm saying? If it's not, mastered. You feel me? But we have to realize that each energy center carries its own intent plus frequency. Every energy center within our body, our chakras, bro, our energy center, whatever you want to call it, it's like it has its own purpose within our body. And we have some days we have to realize, bro, we gotta realize what we have to focus on. Cause some days we might have to focus on one center. You might have to focus on our root chakra. Some days you might have to focus on our sacral chakra. Some days we're gonna have to focus on our throat chakra. But you have to realize which center today do I need to focus on in light today. What do I need to focus on in my meditation, bro? In the book, he was giving us good meditations on just how to focus on that, bro. But like that's something it's a plenty of teachers to give great meditations, bro, and great, even yoga is a great way to work with that as well, bro. Cause I actually have a chakra, a problem with myself, and I just fix it within my mind first, bro. Cause everything starts within our mind. So I want you to realize, bro, our creative energy first we was here to create. You gotta realize that we are created to create. So when we go from surviving, bro, we go from procreation to co-creation. We start co-creating with God, bro. We're not just, we're not doing the same shit every day. Cause like a lot of people can't even create shit or even be in that artistic state that we was in as kids. Think about as kids, how creative you was, how artistic you was, how imaginative, your imagination was everywhere, and you lose that when you get older. You lose that because bro. I was listening to this. I don't know who's talking about this. Like you gotta, people want to be grown so fast and want to grow up so fast, bro. You shouldn't want to even grow up so fast. You should want to connect all those kid parts of yourself, bro, and that should help you know what you want to do when you get older and elevate, bro. That's why I feel like now you just, when you get older and like the creatives and artists, they just tap into the inner child of them, bro. For real, bro. For real. But let's talk about meditation, bro. I want everybody just to start meditating. That's one thing I've been practicing this year, just trying to meditate more and start shifting into balance, bro, and start training our brain to be coherent. You know what I'm saying? Telling my body like a new story, creating a new reality within myself when I meditate. When I meditate, I can dream. I can control my reality better. You know what I'm saying? I'm recognized. I'm able to have to silence my mind, challenge within our mind to even silence yourself. Sometimes take me 30 minutes to even silence my mind to get to a place where I'm in a peaceful every meditative state is great. When I'm at a state where I'm just peaceful and in bliss and no too much time, bro. So I think you just have to get into it. It takes time, and just start taking like a minute, like, bro, you scrolling all fucking day, take you an hour out your day, cuz, and go just try to meditate. Or just when you first wake up, it's some of the best ways to meditate. Or before you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, start thinking about the things that you want in the future. What do you want to create in the future? What do you want next month? What do you want to see this month? Start thinking about that shit. Start manifesting that shit. Cause when you think about something, bro, we going into these different wave states, bro. Different wave states where it's easier to manifest and to feel and to create into reality, bro. But you have to just start tapping into that energy, bro, and start transforming, bro. Because transformation is energetic first. You have to always realize that in emotion equals energy in motion. The quality of your energy determines the quality of your life. So if you have poor energy, you're going to have a poor quality of life. You feel me? And you have to ask yourself daily, where am I at? Where am I living in fear, or am I living in happiness? Am I living in love? Am I living in peace? Am I living in bliss? Or am I living in a mindset where I'm feeling scared and these different things? And once you start asking yourself that and start looking in the mirror and really dealing with that, bro, you start creating a better reality, man. But hey, let's tap in. Let's tap into a few more topics that I had from last that we didn't finish, bro. That was chapter 3. I think this chapter 4. So chapter 3, bro, he gave us like letters as symbols of possibility. He was talking about in chapter 3. And he was talking about the R can represent Joe Dispenza has signed like letters to new potentials, new possible potentials. You feel me? Potential realities. He said R represents new relationship. A J equals new job. A problem equals resolved. A mystical. M equals mystical experience, G equals genius mind, H equals health, A equals abundance, and O equals opportunity. Each letter equals a feature you haven't lived yet. And he would write this down, right, as a visualization method. But he told his son to write J down because he wanted a new job. And he said, create, I forgot what I had told her. It was like create, bro, emotion. It's like create, damn, I want to get this right. I don't want to just go off the dome with that. But it was talking about like you got to create like a emotional, elevated emotion, right? Like love, or why do I want this, or something like that, bro. I don't want to just guess it. I'm gonna go to it. I ain't gonna do y'all like that, bro. Where's it at? Shit, let's get to the book. I ain't gonna cheat y'all, guys. Hey. Okay, he was talking about elevated emotions and attention. So the attention, like he'll write J down right here. Look at it. He'll write the J down. Then you have an elevated emotion, and then you have an attention. You feel me? And his elevated emotion would be empowered, feeling in love with life, feeling free, feeling grateful. And then his attention would be work from anywhere in the world, make the same amount of money or more, contracts for 6 months to a year, love what he does, be my own boss and lead my own team. That was his goals that he wanted for his attention, the thought. You feel me? And like that was just a visualization method that he would use, but you use that for abundance, for opportunity, for Just new things that you want in your life, bro. That's a good visualization method that he had, bro. And then another thing I want to talk about is the epigenetics, bro. This is something that I've heard a lot about, bro. I never really dig into this much until I read this book. Like, bro, he's talking about epigenetics, and epigenetics is like you're not your genes, bro, and then we can change our gene expression without changing the DNA. You know what I'm saying? That our thoughts, emotions, environment turns our genes on and off. So if we in a poor environment, it turns our wealth genes off. You feel me? In a sense, you're not stuck with with our gene. We can we can influence our internal state to change the biology of our genes in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Our genes listen to our mind. You feel me? So if we can change our reality in a sense by just changing the way that we talk to ourselves, the way the things that we surround ourselves with, the people we surround ourselves with, what we watch, what we listening to, high vibrational things. Start meditating, start talk to yourself that I love myself, I create reality, I'm gonna make this certain amount of money a month, whatever that you want to make. You have to talk to yourself and really believe that shit. Have an elevator emotion with that shit. Have that love. Feel that love. Feel those five senses when you're in that meditative state. We have, really trying to meditate that shit, but you can really create your reality. You can heal yourself just by the way that you think. And you have to realize that and always remember that shit. But we have to break the habit of being our old, the old version of ourselves, because our body is gonna memorize the past, the past emotions. You feel me? Because our emotions really is powerful as fuck. Like, our emotions create a lot of shit. Our hate can make people kill somebody. Somebody can kill somebody because they hate them. You feel me? But somebody, it can, in the opposite polarity of that somebody can love somebody so much because they love that person. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever you decide to have. That our emotions are so powerful, but we have to realize that repetition turns emotions into our identity. So if you haven't repeated emotions, bro, you're gonna eventually be stuck in that reality, bro. So whatever you repeat into yourself, bro, you're gonna create that shit. It don't matter what it is, bro. You're gonna create that shit. I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. You creating your reality because you having a repeated emotion, repeated thoughts, and you're creating this reality and this identity. That you creating this identity to create this reality. You feel me? To create a new life, you must become unfamiliar to your old version, to the old version of yourself. You have to, if your future still looks like your past, bro, your body is still living there. Your body, your mind, you know what I'm saying? Your body's gonna become your mind, because your mind creates your reality, or your personality, and your personality gonna create your personal reality, bro. Y'all remember that shit. But you gotta realize you gotta become nobody, nothing. Fuck all that shit. Just become awareness, bro. Just become aware of your reality. You create your shit, bro. But today we talked about the quantum field, bro. We talked about the chakras. We talked about chapter 4 and chapter 3. I want to talk about the rest of chapter 3. But I want y'all to start just thinking about where you can focus your energy. What energy centers do you want to focus on? What chakras do you need to focus on right now? What chakra are you at that's blocking you to get into the next level? And I'm going to ask myself the same thing. And I want to remind you, bro, that transformation, it begins in our mind. It begins in the unseen, bro. It's like going to the gym, working out, being a basketball player. You're trying to get your shot right, but it starts when you working out, getting the most shots up with nobody watching that shit. Then you might go hit a game fucking winner because you putting the work in. That's where the real work starts at, my nigga, and when nobody see that shit. But I want y'all to meditate, take care of yourself, see y'all niggas on the next episode, bro. This is another episode of Devil Evans Daily, episode 13, Self Prosperity Network, bro, where we align with well-being. I love y'all niggas, bro. Subscribe, share, and I love y'all niggas, bro.